What if tomorrow wasn't just another sunrise?
What if, as the first light of dawn broke over our cities, we saw something that no one could deny? A presence in the sky, vast, silent, and not of this earth. Humanity has wondered about this moment for centuries. But deep down, beneath our curiosity and our dreams of cosmic neighbors, hides a single question that shakes us to the core. Are we truly ready to meet them? This is Atlas and Mysteries, and tonight, we look into the day the sky answers back. Imagine waking up one morning to news alerts flashing across your phone. Unidentified objects detected over every major continent. No explanation. No aggression. Just observation. They're watching. Governments scramble. Scientists are rushed into underground briefings. Air traffic halts. The internet fractures between disbelief and hysteria. The phrase contact protocol trends across every social platform, but behind that screen of chaos, something far more profound begins to unfold. For the first time in human history, we're forced to confront not just the idea of being visited, but of being observed. Because when we think of first contact, we picture the aliens landing and shaking hands, a moment of peace or invasion framed by Hollywood. But in truth, it wouldn't begin that way. It would begin with fear and silence. And maybe, in that silence, we'd start to understand what they see when they look at us. From their perspective, humanity is still an emerging species, brilliant, creative, emotional, but dangerously unstable. We build machines that can reach other planets, yet we still fight over invisible borders. We send messages to the stars, yet we barely understand each other. Would they see us as equals or as a warning? Let's think about this. If they've come this far, they've mastered technologies beyond our understanding, not just in science, but in survival. Any civilization capable of interstellar travel has already solved the hardest problem in the universe, not destruction, but cooperation. Meanwhile, on Earth, we're still learning that lesson the hard way. But here's the strange part. We've been preparing for this encounter without realizing it. Every satellite we launch, every telescope that peers into the void, every equation scribbled by physicists, it's all part of our quiet conversation with the cosmos. We've been whispering, we're here. We're ready. Please answer. What if tomorrow they finally do? The skies open and a fleet of colossal structures appears in low orbit. No weapons, no demands, no signals of war. Just presence. They're not hiding. They want to be seen. Across the planet, panic collides with wonder. Streets fill with people staring upward. Some fall to their knees, praying. Others raise their phones, live streaming history. It's the one moment when every human eye looks in the same direction. And then, a message. A frequency carried on every device, every signal, every frequency band. A single sound, mathematical and rhythmic, not words but meaning. Our scientists decode it within hours. It's not a threat. It's an invitation. Coordinates. A location on Earth. Somewhere remote. Somewhere symbolic. The cradle of humanity, East Africa. They want to meet us, where we began. Governments debate who should go. Politicians argue, military strategists posture. But in the end, it's not power that speaks for Earth. It's a small group of people, scientists, linguists, philosophers, chosen not for authority, but for understanding. As the world watches, the team travels to the meeting point. Drones film the approach. The air is thick with static and fear. And then they arrive. What they see is nothing like the movies. No ships with blinking lights, no humanoid forms stepping down ramps. Instead, the ground itself begins to shimmer, like the fabric of reality is folding. From that distortion, a shape emerges, fluid, luminous, shifting between matter and light. They don't speak, but every human in that circle feels something at once, recognition. A presence that feels both alien and deeply familiar. They communicate not with sound, but with images, emotions, memories. They show us Earth, our cities, our wars, our oceans, our music, all seen through their eyes. They've been watching for millennia. Studying, waiting for a moment when we might be ready to understand. And then comes the question, not asked in words, but felt in every mind present. Why do you seek us? The scientists hesitate. Cameras roll. The world holds its breath. And finally, one woman, a linguist, steps forward and answers softly, because we don't want to be alone. For a moment, there's silence. Then the beings respond, not in sound, but in a vision that fills the sky. They show us a map of the stars, countless civilizations, countless lights, each one a world like ours that once asked the same question. But as the image expands, many of those lights flicker and vanish, destroyed by their own progress. And suddenly, the message becomes clear. They're not here to conquer us. They're here to warn us. Humanity stands at a crossroads, the same one they once faced. We can evolve beyond our divisions, or vanish like those forgotten lights. As quickly as they appeared, they fade, leaving behind a resonance that vibrates through every signal on Earth. Then silence. The world erupts. Some celebrate it as the dawn of a new era. Others claim it's a trick, a government hoax, a manipulation. Religions fracture, governments panic, the internet dissolves into chaos. But deep down, something has changed. The people who stood beneath that sky that day, they saw it. They felt it. And they'll never forget. Over the next months, small shifts begin to ripple through human society. Nations cooperate on a level unseen before. Energy research accelerates. Climate restoration programs receive sudden funding. For the first time in centuries, hope becomes contagious. And in the quiet corners of the world, amateur astronomers report something strange, a pattern in the stars, a faint, repeating pulse in the night sky, as if the universe itself is breathing with us. Maybe it's a signal. Maybe it's just coincidence. But maybe it's a reminder that we are not alone and never were. Because here's the truth, contact isn't about them finding us. It's about whether we can rise to the moment when we finally meet what's beyond our understanding. Will we greet them as warriors? As scientists? As frightened children? Or as something greater, a species that has finally learned to listen? That's the mystery of first contact. It's not about when it happens, but whether we'll be the kind of beings who deserve it. This isn't just science fiction, it's a mirror. Every decision we make today, how we treat our planet, how we treat each other, is shaping the answer to a question we don't even realize we're being asked. When the sky finally opens, what version of humanity will they meet? The conquerors? The survivors? Or the dreamers? This is the story that hasn't happened yet, but could. And perhaps, somewhere out there, they're waiting, watching, hoping we'll be ready. So if the sky lights up tomorrow, and the universe finally says hello, how will you answer? I'm Atlas, and this is Atlas and Mysteries, where we explore the questions that make us wonder who we truly are, and who might be watching back. Until next time, keep your eyes on the stars and your mind open to the impossible.